to today's meditation time. I am honored that you've chosen to spend these few minutes together with me before you go on and do whatever else it is that you have to do today. But before we get started, and I tell you kind of what our focus is going to be, I want to remind you, or maybe for some of you, tell you if this is a new thing for you, that a meditation practice is just that. It's practice. It is not something that we get good at. It's not something we can fail at. It is something that we just keep showing up and practicing again and again. So I want you to be comfortable wherever you are. So just find your spot as we've gathered here. Just have a seat or lie down, whatever feels good. And then if it feels right for you, close your eyes and just kind of settle in comfortably wherever you are in your space. The most important thing is that your physical self is comfortable. If that means you need to make some adjustments, then you make them. But make sure you feel comfortable. And then start to find a rhythm of breath that feels good. It might be really slow and steady. It might be a little more full, a little more deep. But find a rhythm of breath that you need in this moment right now that feels good for you. And our practice tonight is about the why. Why do we show up? Why do we meditate? And some people would tell you it's because we must. We feel compelled to do it. But what I want to do is I want to take you just on a journey of just a few questions in these minutes that we have together. And then we'll sit, we'll reflect, and we'll see how it is that we each answer these questions individually. And hopefully in the quiet and the stillness, we'll learn a little bit more about ourselves along the way. And so when people say, why do you meditate? Oftentimes the answer is because I'm trying to find the quieting of my mind, because my mind goes 90 to nothing all day long and I don't know how to be still. Or because I can't stop the voices and the talking that I don't want to listen to anymore. So what I would tell you in this moment is that the reason we meditate is because we deserve something better than living in chaos. And for some of us, that chaos exists around us. For some of us, that chaos exists internally. And for some of us, it's a little bit of both. So I tell you that we meditate because we deserve to live a life better than being in chaos all the time. We also deserve to live a life where worry and frustration don't dictate how we respond. I know we worry. We're human. I know things frustrate us. But those things can't control our emotions. And so if any of that sounds familiar to you, then just know this practice is for you. And so what I want us to do is to begin to breathe a little bit together. And then I'm going to ask us some questions to think about, to sit with. And then we'll see for each of us what our mind reveals, what our heart feels. And ideally, we'll leave these minutes feeling a little less chaotic, a little less out of sorts than when we began. So let's take a deep breath in, just long and slow, and fill yourself up. And then as you open your mouth, just sigh it out. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And sigh it out. And one more, a slow, deep breath in. And sigh it out. And then you can either return to that rhythm you had found, or you can stay with this, the long, slow, deep, even breathing. Again, whatever feels right. So here's my questions. And they're not just my questions for you, they're my questions for me as well. The first one says, can I leave yesterday's worries and yesterday's stress in the past? So just listen to that again and just think for a second. Can I leave yesterday's worries and yesterday's stress in the past? And you don't have to answer it just yet. Just let it sit with you. And then my second question says, for you and for me, can I leave tomorrow alone and not heap extra worry and stress onto it? Can I leave tomorrow alone and not heap extra worry and stress upon it? And as we begin to sit with those two questions, the third question is the one that really matters. Can I learn to rest in this present moment? And what you'll find, what I have found across all these times I've spent in meditation, is that I want the third question to be yes. I want to be able to say, yes, I can rest in this present moment. But what that means is my work is leaving the past in the past and leaving tomorrow alone. And so what I want us to do together is just sit. Don't worry about trying to answer the questions. Just let them sit with you. See what's revealed. Your mind's going to show you the things that you've drug in from yesterday or that you've drug in from last week or 10 years ago. Your mind's also going to reveal the worry you've already started to project on tomorrow and next week and next semester and next year. So when those things become clear in your mind as we sit in the quiet, I need you just to sit in the quiet. Don't get frustrated. Don't begin to make a list about what to do next. Don't think you're doing something wrong. I want you to notice the patterns that begin to emerge. And as you notice them, just notice them. And then come back and notice your breath. And then when the mind tries to show you something else, just notice it. And then come back and notice the breath. And if you will learn to do that, your answer to question 3 will be a resounding yes. I can rest in this present moment. So let's take a deep breath in together. And then sigh it out. And let's just sit for just a bit, not very long, just a bit. And let the questions just sit with you and see what is revealed. Just continue to sit and breathe with your eyes closed, or however you found yourself. Just be comfortable. But bring your awareness back to the space that we're sharing together. Meditation is not a time that we show up and we leave with all the answers. But instead we show up and we leave with greater awareness. Awareness of where our patterns of thoughts tend to take us. Some of us, it really is connected to the past. We keep going back, the talk, the negative things in our head, we go back and back and back. For some, we are so anxious about tomorrow and the days to follow. And no matter where you fall on that continuum, number one, it means you're human, that you're living a life that is real and that is busy and that has meaning. But through all of that, you deserve to have a life that is not dictated by chaos or noise or worry or stress. So I'm going to put my hand on my heart. I'm going to cover the other hand I'm going to cover that hand with the other hand. And if you feel comfortable, you can do that as well. And I'm going to turn our 3 questions into statements to close our time. And the first one says, I will leave yesterday's worries and stressors in the past. I will leave tomorrow alone and not heap worry and stress upon it. And I will rest in the present moment. Doesn't mean we'll be perfect, but it does mean we're trying to manifest it and make it happen. And friends, that's all that's being asked of us. Make the commitment. We will fail sometimes and we will do it again. But we all deserve to live lives that are peaceful and calm and alive in the present moment. Remember that. Take it with you. Namaste.